Alrighty. We are back. Let me know if you could hear me. Need to get my phone up, set properly. That's why I have my chat. You hear me? Alright, awesome. So, last time we finished up watching the PC game, Kingdom Hearts Key. Let's get a little recap here. Let me know if that's too loud. It's too loud for me. I need to lower it. Lower it on my end. So, there was the war. Oop, wait. There we go. Oops. There was the war, and if I can... After the war, we were the last ones. Skuld and Ephemer came back. And we went with the Dandelions and woke up in the new world. Hold on. After entering the new realm, all the Dandelions lost their memories of the Keyblade War, including our player. Only the new 5 Union leaders and Chirithy know the truth. And, at this point, this is the new realm. They woke up in Enchanted Dominion. The Chirithy is telling the player that everything was just a dream, and they don't remember anything about the Keyblade War. And then we saw Maleficent, who seemingly knows Sora, and this right here. Player wakes up in Enchanted Dominion, a world never visited yet, and his memories are already hazy. He's not in the real world anymore, but he doesn't know that. And the Maleficent we see is the same as Maleficent shortly after her defeat in Kingdom Hearts 1. Alright, so after this point, it is the Unchained Key, which is the first version of the PC, of the mobile game. So, oops. Are you ready to get this show on the road? Ready to continue? We have pretty much exactly an hour left until we're gonna have to till we reach the cutoff point, and then we'll move on to the next stuff, which is back cover. But I'll save back cover for another time, because after this we're gonna move on to Link's Awakening, which is the Switch remake of the game. Never played it before. Need a minute? Alright. I will let you do that. Just let me know when you're all ready. Because I don't want to start while no one's watching, you know? Hey, we good? We good to go. No worries. No worries. We all good. Alright. We all good to go? So from here on till I don't know when it cuts off. About yeah, right there. Like a little under halfway through the video is when we're going to when is the cutoff point. And after this, we'll move on to back cover, and then 0.2, and then 3. And then 3, we'll do the... And then after 3, we'll do Memory of Melody, and then we're done for... Until whatever new Kingdom Hearts game comes out. But, yeah, we're not going to move on to back cover today. Once we're done with this, we're going to move on to Link's Awakening Blind. It is the remake version that came out in 2019 for the Switch. I never played it before, so... Should be a fun time. I actually picked up the game yesterday. I saw it and I was like, hey, you know what? Never played it before. Should be a fun time. And I picked it up and I decided, you know what? I'll save this for a stream. It'll help me out with burnout so I don't do constant Kingdom Hearts back to back. Even though I love the franchise, you know, doing the same thing over and over again, despite what it is, you get burned out on it pretty quickly. So if I split my streams up, I'll do a bit of Kingdom Hearts stuff, and then Zelda, and then go back and forth between those two. So the OG game on Game Boy Pocket, yeah, I heard good things about it. It's actually the second time it was remade, I believe. There was the original, and then there was DX on the Game Boy Color, which added a bunch of new stuff. And then there's this version, which is a complete overhaul. But anyways, let's get started here. So, I should say that the beginning of Union Cross, or Unchained Key, whatever you want to call it, is just a recap of the PC game. You replay through a shortened version of that game's story before you reach the new stuff. But yeah, this video just completely skips out the replaying of the PC game and cuts right to the new content. So, here we go. The secret must stay with the 5 of you. When all is said and done, you must come to the fated land. You'll be joined by 4 others. Am I the second to arrive? Scald. Well, this is a surprise. Disappointed? I, on the other hand, had a feeling you might be here. Of course not. We came here once, right after the war, remember? I just never thought I'd see you here again. This whole thing is a big secret. We weren't supposed to tell anybody. I suppose you're right. I wonder who the others are. I don't know. I wasn't sure I believed Master Ava when she said others would come. But now that you're here... Look, someone's coming. The mobile games, the plot, it goes much deeper, and it's a lot more interesting. So I'm looking forward to this. I haven't seen any of these cutscenes for the longest time, since they first released, actually. So this should be fun for me as well. Alright. What's written in the last page of the book is gonna happen. The entire world will be lost to darkness. But Master, isn't there anything we could do? Well, that's what brings me to your role. You might just be the only hope keeping the light from expiring. Hope? Master, what is it that you need me to do? Don't get involved in any battles. Forget the notions of unions. find Keyblade wielders with potential, and create an entirely separate organization. Then, like the seeds of a dandelion, let them fly to another world. They will keep the light alive. You really think that I'm the right person for this? Ava, you're the only person for this. I understand. And then, after all of that, I'll select 4 others from the dandelions. The 5 of you will each lead a union, as the 5 of us have. You won't be alone in this. The 5 of you can work together. The 5 of us? Union leaders. When all's said and done, and only the dandelions are left, they'll need to lead the unions. Is there a need to maintain the unions? Of course. Getting rid of them would be like poo-pooing all of your hard work. Besides, other than the 5 new union leaders, no one else is going to know that the world, well, you know. What? There's no point for anyone to carry around knowledge of such a catastrophic event. I want everyone to start over in a different world, with a clean slate. Well, to the knowledge, of course. You could do that? Apparently so. Here, take a look at these 5 names. They're your new recruits. Make them all dandelions, and when the time comes, teach them their roles. Why is this one circled in red? Jackpot! That lucky wielder gets their own free copy of the Book of Prophecies. The book? Yeah, it's a great read, don't you think? Oh, and it's also needed to shape the world into what it's supposed to be. That sounds awfully risky. Only if the other 4 get their hands on it. Ava, this book needs to be handed to its owner in secret. No one else can know. Alright. Welcome. You're number 3. I'm Scald. Nice to meet you. Oh, thanks. You too. So, Master Ava talked to you too, huh? Yeah, she said I would come here when everything was over, and that I was one of the 5. I got the same speech. I'm Ephraim, by the way. I'm Ventus. Call me Ven. Bet you weren't expecting that! Nightmares? Uh-huh. It's hard seeing Everglow like that. And I hate lying. But I know it's for the best. It is. And it might be hard, but you're doing a great job. Of course, we're best friends. I could tell. Chirithy, don't forget about your task. I won't. Union Cross, right? That's right. New adventures with new friends is a great way to bury sad memories deep within one's heart. And we can't stand to lose anyone now. The darkness in this world is not the same as what we faced in the other one. Different? How? It feels more complex, like there's more to it than meets the eye. Almost like it has its own will. Don't worry, we'll look into it. In the meantime, you know what your job is. Fill Everglow in on everything, okay? Will do. What was that about? There's no need to worry anyone until we know for sure what it is. I know, I'm worried. I know, I'm sorry, but oh, hold on. Hold on. Go back. I know, I'm sorry, but this concerns everyone. I get a really bad feeling every time something happens in this world that didn't happen in the other one. This Union Cross business also feels off. Something's not right. But we were told to make it happen. It's in the rules, remember? I know, but may your heart be your guiding key. Union Cross business mentioned by both Chiothy and Ephemer is actually a co-op mode of the game, allowing players to fight a common enemy together. Yeah, and you could fight, I believe it's, you could fight you can fight enemies despite, regardless of what union you're in, I believe. Could be mistaken, I don't remember too much. We cannot avoid the end. Not even the masters, including myself, are likely to survive. Me? A master? A union leader? That's crazy. And what's this nonsense about the end? There isn't much time left. You are the ones who will remain. Someone needs to keep everything and everyone in order. Otherwise, light will expire. But I'll select 4 others from the Dandelions. The 5 of you will each lead a union, as the 5 of us have. You won't be alone in this. The 5 of you can work together. The 5 of us? A small detail worth noting, the green book that Ava is handing is just a rule book for the new union leaders, not the Book of Prophecies. That was a huge confusion about this game. They never really explicitly talk about this. There's 2 books, and it's never really talked about which one is which, or that there even is a rule book. But yeah, green is the rule book, the blue is the Book of Prophecies. So keep that in mind. You two know each other, huh? Must be nice. I've always been on my own. I was pretty much on my own, too. I wonder why I was chosen for this. I'm not especially good at anything. And I'm never at the top of my rankings. I'm sure Master Ava had her reasons. You think so? I don't know her all that much. I've barely spoken with her. She's easy to talk to, that's for sure. You say that about everyone. Not true. I sure wish I had friends. You do? Why here? Yeah. Friends. Cool. He must be number 4. The name's Brain. Pleasure. Yes, his name is Brain. There actually is a reason for that, but I'll explain it later because potential spoilers. But Just know that his weird name does actually have a meaning to it. We can only place trust in our own leader, whatever that said. We cannot tell who has fallen into darkness. Why do you fight over Lux? Light is not proof of strength. Victory is proof of strength. And my strong union is proof, whatever. What? Do you disagree? Aren't you one of Ava's chosen wielders? One of the dandelions? You of all people should be able to see that she's using her special union to demonstrate her power. I don't belong to the dandelions. Which union do you belong to? Unicornus. Stand ready. Where am I? Are you okay? Was it all a dream? You looked like you were having a nightmare. Why don't you take it easy today and get some rest? I think I will. How long was I asleep? No longer than usual. Good night. As planned, every Chiothy is slowly removing the wielder's memories of the Keyblade War and the events leading to it. Upon entering a new realm, every player sleeps. Every time the player sleeps, he is re-experiencing the same adventures he already lived in the real world. Here, the player also visits 2 new worlds he didn't visit in the real one, as in Kingdom Hearts Key for the PC browser, which are Castle of Dreams and Enchanted Dominion. Basically, when you do story quests in Union Cross, you're actually re-experiencing in an alternate reality the same journey our player already lived in the real world in Key for PC. Yes, come on. With the exception of 2 new extra worlds, Castle of Dreams and Enchanted Dominion. With these 2 worlds, the player visits 6 of the 7 worlds containing the Princesses of Heart. In short, Kingdom Hearts Key for the PC is the real journey, while Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key and Key act in a way as both sequel / remake of the PC version. Yeah, like I said, the first bit of the game, you replay the PC version. Alright. There are rules the 5 of you must obey. When you become leaders of your own unions. I'm listening, but this whole conversation about the end and leading unions and all, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. As long as you keep listening. Okay. What I need you to do is to prepare the other world. I'll be sending all the dandelions there soon. You'll continue living your lives, but without the impending doom. So it's like an alternate reality? Yes. But in order for it to work, the dandelions will need to forget all about the strife, the war. So they won't remember any of it? There's no need for them to remember such tragedy. It'll simply be a burden. Only the 5 of you will know the truth. The Chiothy of each wielder will make it happen. It might be a burden, but isn't it better they remember the past? The past is what makes the future. I thought you might say that. But I wonder if you would feel the same if you were there to witness the end. Thought I'd be the last to arrive. Guess I'm not so lazy after all. I guess not. So, you the leader? No, we haven't decided any of that just yet. I think we should wait until we're all here. Got it. Hey, about the rules. Think they're set in stone or more like guidelines? What's funny little detail is that while Ava mentions the dandelions, there are also flowers the same name on the cliff. Yeah, there is. There is. I see. They're rules, of course. They're set in stone. I get it. You're the serious one, like Master Ava. You're not the first person to say that. I thought you seemed familiar. But Master Ava's so amazing. What does that mean? But seriously, how do we know we could trust her? She's forcing us to lie to everyone, since we're the only ones who are supposed to know the truth. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it either. But is it my time? Scald. Everglow. It's so weird saying his name instead, like the YouTuber's name. Person who uploaded this video, I should say. You made a promise. I didn't forget. You're late. I know. I'm sorry. I thought you might say that. But I wonder if you would feel the same if you were there to witness the end. Rules are rules. I don't want anyone else to have to carry the burden of the past. Got it. I trust you'll guide us down the right path. Same here. Just one more. I have a secret. This is my favorite spot that nobody knows about. It belongs to me, Strelitzia. These past 2 years, I fought darkness to protect the light. I made friends, but I also had to say goodbye. I saw new party members come and go. Only a few of my friends from the beginning are still around. A lot has changed over time, but there has always been one constant in my life. You. I first saw you at Fountain Square. You were waiting for someone, but they never came. When I returned from my mission that day, you were still there, waiting. You looked so disappointed. I saw your eyes well up as you hugged Cherothy. Since that day, I began to see you everywhere. It was strange because we must have crossed paths so many times before. But I didn't really notice you until that day. I wanted to say hi, but I could never muster up the courage. While everyone else was going about their days without question, you began to doubt your mission, your purpose. You saw there was something more, something we weren't being told. You don't know me, but I feel like I know you. I hope that one day we could be friends. There's much more I'd like to tell you. Oh, there's so much I'd like to tell you. Strelitzia. Master Ava. I need to ask you a favor. It's something only you, a dandelion, could help me with. Me? Are you sure? I need you to listen carefully. It won't be long before this world... Me, a union leader. What a great honor. Yes. But it's also a great responsibility. I have faith in Master Ava. Me too. But what she said about the world, could it be true? It's a scary thought, isn't it? Only the dandelions will survive. That means everyone else will disappear. In the Japanese version, instead of saying disappear, they actually do say die. That's one thing I don't like about the English localization of the Kingdom Hearts games. They completely remove most mentions of death and die and kill. But in the Japanese version, they fully say death and die and kill, but not in the English versions, which really sucks. I really wish they didn't do that. They do change it, thankfully, in like in Kingdom Hearts 3, for example. They do mention things like death and stuff like that, which hopefully they're getting better with that going forward and not being so scared of mentioning that stuff, because they fully can. There's nothing regarding the ratings of the game not being able to mention that stuff. The game is already rated E10, which are fully capable of saying and doing pretty intense stuff that just Kingdom Hearts seems to be afraid to touch upon. So yeah, and that's this instance. She would have said everyone else will die, but in this version she says disappear instead. I really don't like that they did that. It makes it seem a lot less, a lot less. How do I put this? How do I say it? A lot less. Like there's not. I don't know how to say it, but you know what I mean. It's like it's not as threatening as it is, or. Yeah, it's just it makes it seem like a much more tame, or not as threatening as it actually is. But whatever. Nothing you could do, right? I suppose you're right. But your friends are all dandelions. Why are you so worried? They are, but what about everyone else? I know you care, but what do you think would happen if you told everyone the truth? Yeah, it's not so severe, yeah. The world is nearing the end, and the foretellers will disappear. No one would believe you. And now, that also creates a problem, because we don't know if they're talking about death or just disappearing. Like, they're still alive, but they just disappear and no one knows where they are. So, there's no differentiating the two in English. So when they say that earlier in this, they said the Master and Lu Xu disappeared, they actually mean disappear. They don't know where they went. But other times they say disappear in place of saying death. So it's really is confusing, and that's one of the biggest issues of the censorship. No, they wouldn't. Oh, what is it? He's not a dandelion. What? Who? Oh, the Keyblade wielder you're always watching. I have to tell him. But how will I find him? It's so dark out. I really do like her design and her animations. What can I do? Hello, are you okay? What? I thought... I'm going to wake up early and wait for him at Fountain Square. Strelitzia is actually a name of a flower, by the way. But Master Arvo... And it's the same color as her hair. Master Arvo told you not to say a word to anyone. I'm going to recruit him to the Dandelions. I won't say a word about anything else. Good night. I'm not sure I like this. Good news. I saw him over there. Thanks. Hey, wait for me. The Union leader? Really? Strelitzia, wait! Yeah, it's also referred to as a bird of paradise. Absolutely. He has to be here. This is the only place... he has to be here. This is the only place we haven't checked. Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. Hello? Is anyone here? Hello? I guess I was wrong. Well, it was worth a shot. I'll head back to Fountain Square. Okay, I'll keep searching. What? Huh? Why? Strelitzia. I'm sorry. This is all my fault. Don't apologize. It's okay. I wish... Keep in mind, the updates, the cutscenes with Strelitzia were like months apart, so you didn't get them all in a single update. I'd had the courage. How much longer are they gonna be? Not much longer, I hope. I'm gonna take a look around. I'll join you. Look! Oh! Someone's coming. I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Well, you did. How do you plan on making it up to us, number 5? Number 5? Then I must be the last one. Don't worry about it. I'm Ephemer. Scald. I'm Ventus. Call me Ven. Name's Brain. I apologize for making you wait. I was searching for something, and time got away from me. My name is Laurium. Nice to meet you all. Give me a minute here. I think something... Hold on. Okay. Let me go back a little bit. Oh hey, Marluxia. Maybe. So, this is Master's room. Try not to touch anything. Why not? It's ours now, isn't it? I suppose you're right. What now? We should decide on union leaders. Let me, we're like 20, 30 minutes away? Alright, about that. I don't know if we should be assigning people just yet. Huh. Interesting, but a wise choice. We should keep the 5 unions as they are for now. As for who goes where, we'll need to discuss it in length. To avoid repeating history. Exactly. I don't want people being loyal to their own unions. Hold on, does it? I don't want people being loyal to only their unions. Okay. Doesn't the rulebook say we need to assign new leaders? Yes, but it doesn't state when. Got it. No need to hurry then. It's an important decision. We'll need to think long and hard. I agree. Ven? Sure, if that's what everyone else wants to do. You can speak up if you don't agree. It's not that. I'm still not sure about leading my own union. At least if we all put a lot of thought into it, I'll feel more confident about the whole thing. Grow a backbone, will ya? You're not weak, Ven. You're kind. You really are. Then it's settled. Oh, and to avoid any confusion or chaos, let's not say a word about the foretellers to anyone just yet. That's wise. As planned, all the Keyblade wielders are undergoing their training again. It may be a good time to discuss the issue, hold on. It might be a good time to discuss the issue when that's over with. So I think right now, because majority of the main, the important cutscenes are all through the perspective of the new 5 union leaders. While your player character is currently playing through the Key story. Okay. Change of subject. I think I found our first task. See, this is the Book of Prophecies. I don't think it even mentioned this. The Book of Prophecies is a book that tells the events of the future and what is going to happen. It was actually mentioned in Recoded, in the movie that was included in 2.5. Maleficent and Pete were looking for it. Maleficent mentioned that, told Pete how if she got her hands on that, she'll know everything that was about to come and use that to her advantage. But she needed to find a way to... She needed to see if she could find it first. They were adorable. Spirits? Yep. What better way to celebrate our own promotion than by granting everyone their own companion? Yeah. What do you think? What do you mean, companion? Someone that'll come along for the ride, like Chirithy. Spirits don't have as many powers as Chirithy, but they can devour nightmares. Nightmares? Uh-huh. It's hard seeing Everglow like that. And I hate lying. But I know it's for the best. It is. And the game, there's a lot of repeat cutscenes, but that's just to, remind the player, because these updates could be months apart, so that's why a lot of cutscenes are repeating. Might be hard, but okay. Of course, we're best friends. So they could forget about the past. That's right. If every wielder has one of these spirits, the tragedy will be forgotten in no time. Problem solved. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, let's do it. So, the events of the past, of the real world, was, converted into dreams, bad dreams, and put into the dandelions. So they think it was just all a bad dream and not actually reality. But do we even know how? We can make one using an archetype, but, I'll need materials. I'll stay here and get things started. You guys are going on a scavenger hunt. Is it a long list? This might take a while. I'm sorry, but I'll have to pass. Then help me out with this. That I could do. It's DDD grinding all over again. Yep. We'll be back soon. They turned the Dream Eater grinding into a main story. Into an actual story, point here. Okay. Hey, there's the player. Took a while. Hi, Chirithy. Hi, Chirithy. You're Everglow, aren't you? That's right. That's right. This might sting a little. Huh? Ow! What was that for? This. What's that? I have a present for you. A little thank you for all your hard work. No! This music! Dun 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 dun! It's your very own spirit. Spirit? Na na na. And then this little one will join you on your adventure. Play nice, okay? The spirit joins the player during battles, giving assistance similarly to the player. You could customize it and change its appearance. Yeah, so you got like a party member with you with the Dream Eaters. The following part takes place in Enchanted Dominion, facing the same version of Maleficent defeated by Sora in the first Kingdom Hearts title, who traveled to the past. Ooh. Next, we got a Disney cutscene here. That's Maleficent. Prince Philip's in trouble. Let's hurry. Yeah, it skipped all the other Disney, all the other cutscenes of this world. Just going to show the important stuff. Now shall you deal with me, Prince, and all the what? Hold on. Now, shall you deal with me, O Prince, and all the powers of evil? Why isn't the... There we go. Now, Sword of Truth, fly swift and sure. That evil die and good endure. They said die. Mostly because that was part of the movie. And they censored that. In the actual film, the sword is stuck in her chest and she starts bleeding. They don't have that here. They didn't have it in Birth by Sleep either. No, this scene. This is a good scene. Why? Why does the ending never alter? Because I knew you would come here from the future, Maleficent. Who goes there? Show yourself. You could call me darkness. This is the scene that changed the entire people's entire view of this game. And just the entire story got flipped on its head, and people started getting really interested. Darkness? How curious. It's clear why you're here, Maleficent. You want to erase your humiliating defeat from history, and collect 7 hearts of pure light. But changing the past is not as easy as you think. There are rules when it comes to time travel. You can only return to a time where a version of you exists. But to do so, you must first separate your heart and body. When that boy pierced your heart with the Keyblade, you remembered where you learned from the old Keyblade wielder, didn't you? You remember what you learned from the old Keyblade wielder, didn't you? You thought you could finally use it to traverse time. Perhaps. But the Master knew you would use that method to come to the past. That's why your Enchanted Dominion was never created. That's why the Enchanted Dominion was never created in the real world before the Keyblade War. Enough. Are you saying this is a trap? Indeed, you see. Before the Keyblade War, Keyblade wielders defeated monsters and gathered light. From the worlds of the future seen in the Book of Prophecies. But after the war, the Master and the Foretellers vanished. And the tragic memories of the remaining Keyblade wielders were overwritten. The words from the Book of Prophecies became unreachable. But there within the data of the worlds were recreated. Including worlds unfamiliar to the real world. Impossible. Are you implying this isn't the real world? No. This is a world of data. What has been written here cannot be changed. I see. So you have trapped me here, away from the real world, because you feared my power. Not quite. It wasn't your power I feared, but the act of you taking the knowledge of the past to the future. That's why only 6 worlds containing the hearts of pure light were created here. I didn't want you learning what happens in that 7th world. How interesting. Now, what do you intend to do with me? Keep me trapped here in this data world? No, that can't do. You must return to your original time. But travel into the future is impossible. There is a way. Remember how she returned in Kingdom Hearts 2? That's all I'll say about that for now. What's going on? Oh, hey. What did you want to talk about? I've got books that need reading. I'll be quick. Where's William? He's not coming. What? Then shouldn't we do this some other time? I'd prefer if all 5 of us were here for this. William said you have his support no matter what. Huh? It's simple. He believes in you, Mr. Leader. But everyone here is a leader. I guess you've got a point. Well, let's get started for now. Alright. When we became Union leaders, we all received a copy of the rule book. Do you remember reading about Shift Pride? That, right. You mean the part about Keyblade wielders fighting each other? Sure. Why do you ask? Wait, Keyblade wielders fighting each other? Didn't you read the book then? I did, but I guess I didn't realize what it meant. Isn't it just a friendly competition? I think everyone could use a bit of entertainment. Besides, it's not like we have much of a choice. It's in the book. I know, but I disagree. Whoa, Van, when did you grow a spine? This is serious. I don't like the thought of wielders turning weapons against each other. Stop it! Scald! Who are you? Which union do you belong to? It doesn't matter. Our only enemy is darkness. Our Keyblades aren't meant to harm one another. I also disagree. Nothing good will come of it. Well, it's 2 against 1. It's up to you, Ephemer. Up to me, huh? I think we should do what it says. What? Ephemer? William also agrees. So, I guess it's settled. Not so fast, Brain. What? I said we should follow the book. But I don't want wielders fighting each other. Remember how all the worlds were recreated as data after the Keyblade War? That means we were also recreated as data. All of us. Oh, I get it. Get what? People don't have to fight each other. They could fight each other wielder's data version. That way, we could still follow the rules without actually hurting one another. Right? Exactly. I could agree to that. Yeah, me too. It's a clever plan and all, but a little too clever coming from you. Hey. Well, maybe I did have a little help from William. William? Yeah, a few days ago. What's the matter? You look troubled. Oh, hey, Lorium. I was thinking about the shift pride thing mentioned in the book. Oh, yeah? It might just be a friendly competition, but I don't like the thought of wielders fighting each other. But it's written in the book, so we have no choice. Why would Master Ava and the others want us to do this? Maybe it's all just a big prank? Come on, be serious. But you smiled. You really need to take it easy. Stop being so serious all the time. You're right. I have been kind of anxious since I became a union leader. Thanks, Lorium. Don't mention it. There are only 5 of us, and we need to stick together. Where are you going? Well, once the Keyblade War ended, the worlds were recreated in Data, along with the people in them. I'm looking for someone who was supposed to have become a dandelion. But I haven't seen them anywhere. So I thought I'd search the data. That's worrying. Can I help? Thanks, but it's a personal matter. I'd like to sort it out myself. He's looking for someone? I wonder who. It seems like a private matter, so let's not get involved. Not unless he asks us to. You're right. In any case, we can thank Lorium for this. We can thank Lorium for this solution. I wouldn't have come up with it myself. Too bad he's not here to take credit for it. Fighting against other Keyblade wielders' data was actually part of the gameplay too. You could fight each other's data in PvP sessions, which was kind of a feature that not a lot of people actually used because it was kind of just it was bots taking control. It was not really that fun. I think this is it. I think this is the last scene. Are you Elena? Yes, I am. I want to ask you about my sister. Strelitzia. Strelitzia's gone missing? Yes, and she mostly keeps to herself, so I don't know what happened to her. Yours is the only name I've ever heard her mention. You two were in the same party a few times, right? I was wondering if you knew anything. I didn't know her very well. She was on her own most of the time. We would chat about missions, but we weren't what you would call friends. I see. She wasn't sure about joining the Dandelions at first, but I managed to convince her. I didn't have many memories. I didn't have many chances to see her after that. And then I realized it's been a while since I've seen her at all. I saw her every now and then, but we didn't talk much. She always seemed to be waiting for someone. Someone? She used to sit and wait on the rooftop in Fountain Plaza, or Fountain Square, but that was a while ago. Remember when Master Ava gave that speech about unions fighting one another? Nothing seemed to ever come of it. But it was around that time. Nothing came of it, huh? These must be the new memories they were given. So my sister was around until before the war. She couldn't have gotten caught up in it, could she? You really care about her, don't you? You could tell, huh? I wish there was some way I could help. Oh, maybe there is. Chirithy! Eli, weren't you friendly with Strelitzia's, Chirithy? Yep. Did you two ever talk about her? You're union leader, aren't you? This is Strelitzia's older brother, Lauriam. She seems to have gone missing. Is there anything you could remember that might help? When I last saw her, she was searching for someone. Again, this someone. She was really curious about them, but she didn't even know their name. So they weren't friends. All I know is that it was someone who didn't talk much, but someone she wanted to invite to become a dandelion. Did you last see her before or after the bells? Bells? Oh, I think it was before. I see. So she definitely disappeared before the Keyblade War. See? That's another thing. She disappeared before the Keyblade War. Lauriam doesn't know what happened to Strelitzia. So right now he's talking about disappearing and the fact that no one knows where she is. Not that she died. So this is another example of no differentiating between the two, disappearing meaning literally vanishing, not knowing where they are, or disappeared as in dying. Maybe this someone is the key to finding out what happened. The last time I saw her was around here. I was talking to her Chirithy, but when people went into that house, into this house, her Chirithy hurried back to Strelitzia. Shortly after, they announced the new union leaders, and that's when I recognized one of them. Skald. Skald? Does any of this help? It does. Will you let me know if you think of anything else? Of course. Thanks. I'll see you later. Where are you going? This is where she was last seen, right? There may be a clue. Since when do you care about others? Shush, you. I think that is it. Hold on. I think that's it. I think that was the end until, I think that was it, the last update for the longest time. Like, we didn't get, after that, we got 2.8, which had, 0.2 in back cover, and then Kingdom Hearts 3. And then after Kingdom Hearts 3, that's when this story continued. So there was a long break between the arena scene and between this scene and the next one. So that is, I think, I'm pretty sure that is the end. Yeah, that's it. That is the ending for now. Um, so next up would be back cover, and then after that we get back to the games. We get 0.2 and then 3. And then once 3 is done, we will do the DLC. Well, I think, no. After Kingdom Hearts 3, there is more of this. No, I think it's like a big chunk. And then after that is the DLC. And then Melody of Memory. So yeah. Oh boy, how long have I been streaming for? An hour and 55 minutes. Cool. Alright. Cool. So, we got, let's go back a few things here. We got Ventus, which is really, like, Ventus shouldn't exist at this time, because he wasn't birthed by sleep, which is like 1,000 years in the future. Then we have new character Brain, but then we also have our boy. Where is he? We have, oh, come on. We have Lorium here. And we got Elrena. So we got a bunch of new characters introduced. And this whole Maleficent thing is huge. Like, so let me try to see if I can explain this. So after Kingdom Hearts 1, when Riku stabbed her, she turned into a dragon, and then she disappeared. She used that to advantage to go back in time, because if you separate your heart and body, you can go back in time. But she ended up in the Data Worlds, which was a backup of the worlds from before the Keyblade War. She ended up here, and she didn't know she was in the Data World. She knew she was in the past, so she tried to rewrite the events. But as we know, if you go back in time, you can't rewrite the events. You can't change things that are destined to happen. So it didn't work. No matter what she did, she still lost. But now that she wants to return back to the future, she can't, because, as we know, you can't go forward through time. You can only go backward through time, but you can't go forward. But because a version of you won't exist there yet, because that future wasn't written yet. It's hard to explain, but the darkness here says, well, there is a way. Hold on. I should say that you can't go forward in time because that Maleficent doesn't exist in the future anymore, because she was defeated in Kingdom Hearts 1. But the darkness here says, oh, there is a way. There is a way to do it. And as we saw with Master Xehanort, young Master Xehanort, there is a way for him to travel forward through time. But that's not explained yet. So yeah, and if you remember in Kingdom Hearts 2, she came back with no real explanation. Let's keep that in mind. I'm not gonna go into any spoilers or anything, but it actually is all explained much later. But yeah. Oh boy. With that, we're done with Union Cross for a while. Now, I'm wondering, should we... I still want to do Link's Awakening today. But I'm wondering, since I've been streaming for just under 2 hours, should we go for another hour with, and do back cover, which is, I think, exactly an hour long. So we do back cover today, and then after the back cover, we'll play a little bit of Link's Awakening. I can do both today. I just want to make sure everyone's schedule is good enough for that. So we watch back cover, and then after that hour, we play a bit of Link's Awakening. Back cover does have voice acting, so I could rest my voice as well. Also, I do want to wait a little bit for Link's Awakening because G-Van, who is also watches sometimes, he wants to watch as well. And he should be free in like shortly here too. So he does want to watch. So if he's not here, then I feel like we could just watch back cover until he shows up. Let's do back cover. All right, cool. It's exactly an hour long. It feels like an actual movie. So yeah, I'm gonna take a quick BRB as well. And after back cover, I'll take another short break to get some food because I still need to eat some dinner or something. But yeah, I'll put a BRB back right there. We'll be back in like 5-10 minutes, and we'll start up that. I'm gonna get it on my PS4 running to play it so we can watch it in full glorious quality and not have a screen cap like I'm doing for YouTube. So yeah, we'll be right back.